Good morning all. Today we will see the next application of operational amplifier. So here we have to study summing, scaling and averaging amplifier. So what do you mean by summing amplifier? Summing amplifier, otherwise known as adder. It's nothing but if there is two inputs or three inputs V1, V2, V3 and the output is VO, then summing amplifier means VO should be the summation of V1, V2, V3, that is VO is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Next is scaling amplifier. Scaling or otherwise known as weighted amplifier. That is what if the three inputs are V1, V2, V3, then the output VO will be a weighted sum of the inputs. That means A into V1 plus B into V2 plus C into V3. That is known as scaling amplifier. And the last category is averaging amplifier. Averaging amplifier indicates if there is three inputs, then output VO will be V1 plus V2 plus V3 divided by 3. Average of all the three inputs. Output should be the average of all the three inputs. So in this section, we are explaining these three amplifier as first inverting configuration we will see. Under inverting configuration, how will be the summing, scaling and averaging amplifier. Next in the non-inverting configuration and finally in the differential amplifier configuration. So first one is inverting configuration. So you can see here an inverting configuration having three inputs VA, VB and VC and the output is V0. So this inverting summer we already studied in our basic electronics. Since already know, I won't be going much detail, but still we will see once. Okay, so you can see in the figure, VA, VB, VC are the three inputs that is connected to the inverting input through RA, RB and RC resistor. RF is the feedback resistor, VO is the output voltage, RL is the load resistance and this is for offset minimizing resistor ROM, that is nothing but the parallel effect of RA, RB, RC and RF. ROM is the offset minimizing resistor given by RA parallel, RB parallel, RC parallel, RF. So here the expression for output voltage will be, we will see the derivation. Just see the equation now. VO is equal to, since it is an inverting configuration, minus of RF by RA into VA, RF by RB into VB, RF by RC into VC. So this is the figure is the inverting configuration with three inputs and can be used as summing, scaling or averaging amplifier. So now we will see how we are getting this expression. So we will be applying KCL, Kirchhoff current law, at this particular node. So we can write IA plus IB plus IC is equal to current flowing through this resistance path. So we will see the equation. So see here, VA, VB, VC are the three inputs. Depending upon the relationship between the feedback resistor RF and the input resistor RA, RB, RC, the circuit can be used as either summing, scaling and averaging amplifier. Applying KCL at node V2, we can write IA plus IB plus IC is equal to IB plus IF. So IB is the current flowing inside the op amp, IF is the current flowing through the feedback path. Since we know due to the high resistance of an op amp, current flowing inside the op amp is 0. So I can write IA as V1 minus V2, right? So V1 minus V2 or VA minus V2, you can see the circuit here. What is equation for IA? IA is equal to VA minus V2. VA minus V2. What is V2? V2 virtual ground concept. Since V1 is grounded, V2 also will have a ground effect. So V2 is equal to 0. So IA is equal to VA by RA. Similarly, IB is equal to VB by RB and IC is equal to VC by RC. And what is IF? Current IF is nothing but VO minus V2 divided by RF. So we can see here direction of current has to be marked. So it is V2, IF is going like this, so V2 minus VO. So V2 is equal to 0, so minus VO by RF. So we will get the equation as VA by RA is equal plus VB by RB plus VC by RC is equal to minus VO by RF. So what is the expression for output voltage VO? VO is nothing but VO is equal to minus RF by RA, minus of RF by RA into VA plus RF by RB into VB plus RF by RC into VC. This is a general expression for a amplifier in inverting configuration with 3 inputs. So here by selectively choosing the value of RF and input resistance like RA, RB, RC, we can use this particular circuit as either summing amplifier or scaling amplifier or averaging amplifier. So we will see the first one, summing amplifier. So in the above equation, if you are choosing RA is equal to RB is equal to RC, then we can write VO is equal to minus of RF by R, VA plus VB plus VC. So you can see here the summation of input is there multiplied by negative or gain of the inverting amplifier, multiplied by gain of the inverting amplifier. So see here the output voltage equal to negative sum of all the 3 input multiplied by gain of the circuit. If you are designing such that gain is equal to 1, that is RF is equal to R, then the output VO is equal to minus of VA plus VB plus VC. So the output voltage is equal to negative sum of input voltages. This is the summing amplifier in inverting configuration. Next is scaling or weighted amplifier. So if the input voltage is amplified by a different factor or a weighted differentially at the output, then the circuit is called scaling amplifier or weighted amplifier. So if the input voltage is scaled, VO is equal to input voltage is scaled by a different amount, input voltage is amplified by a different factor, or both the input like V1, V2, V3 everything is scaled by different amount, then the resulting amplifier is known as scaling or weighted amplifier. So you can see the general equation of output of an inverting configuration is VO is equal to minus RF by RA into VA plus RF by RB into VB plus RF by RC into VC. If RF by RA is not equal to RF by RB, not equal to RF by RC, that means all the scaling values are completely different, then the resulting amplifier is known as scaling or weighted amplifier. And the final one is average amplifier. So average amplifier I told, so the output we are expected to be VO is equal to VA plus VB plus VC divided by 3, then it is known as average amplifier. So the output voltages is equal to the average of all the input. So all input resistors should be equal valued. So RA is equal to RB is equal to RC. In addition, the gain by which each input is amplified must be equal to 1 over the number of inputs. That means this RF by R should be equal to 1 by N. So condition is RA should be equal to RB equal to RC is equal to R. It should be a same valued resistor, along with the gain RF by R should be 1 by N, where N is the number of inputs. In that case, what will happen for our equation? VO is equal to minus VA plus VB plus VC divided by N. N is 3. So this is known as average amplifier. So some common things for the inverting configuration are the inputs can be either AC or DC. It is used in audio mixers, analog computers, in which number of inputs are added or mixed to produce a desired output. And this ROM resistor is known as offset minimizing resistor, which is used to minimize the effect of input bias currents on the output offset voltages. Next, we will solve one problem under this inverting configuration. The question is given like VA is 1 volt, VB is 2 volt, VC is equal to 3 volt. RA, RB, RC are given as a common value, that is 3 kilo ohm. RF is equal to 1 kilo ohm. Offset minimizing resistor ROM is equal to 270 ohm. Supply voltage plus VCC and minus VEE is plus or minus 15 volt. Determine the output voltage VO. So we have the general equation for summer in the inverting configuration as VO is equal to minus RF by RA into VA plus RF by RB into VB plus RF by RC into VC. So we can see RF is equal to 1 and R value. RF is equal to 1 and R value is equal to 3. So that value is 1 by 3. So the last condition which we told, RA is equal to RB is equal to RC and RF by R is equal to 1 by 3. So it is an average amplifier. So the output VO will be VA plus VB plus VC divided by 3. That is 3 plus 2 plus 1, 6 divided by 3, that is 2 volt. Output voltage is equal to 2 volt with a negative sign, minus 2 volt. Next we will see summing, scaling and averaging amplifier in non-inverting configuration. So this figure gives the non-inverting configuration. So the inputs VA, VB, VC are given to the non-inverting terminal, and here R1 is the input resistance, RF is the feedback resistance, RL is the load resistance. So you can see here input voltage sources are resistors and resistance are connected to the non-inverting terminal. Circuit can be used as either summing, scaling or averaging amplifier by proper selection of R1 and RF. Here proper selection of R1 and RF. This is having importance. By proper selection of R1 and RF. So how we will find the equation for output voltage VO? So for finding this, what we have to use is superposition theorem. So how we will apply superposition theorem? Superposition theorem is, we will be finding the value of output when only VA is present plus when only VB is present, when only VC is present. So we will consider VA, we will make these two grounded, then we will find VO value. That plus we will consider VB, other two will be grounded, then we will find the VO value, that value plus we will consider VC, other two will be grounded, then we will find VO, that value. So that will be the total VO value. So we will see using superposition theorem, what is V1? You just tell me what is V1. Only VA is present, these two are grounded. So V1 is equal to, this figure will be like this. Here it is VA. Okay, we need to find V1 value. Here we have two resistors which are grounded having R value. Here also we have a resistor R. So what is V1? This V1. V1 is equal to VA into R, 2R divided by, see here, 1 second. Okay, I'll redraw the figure. We need to find V1. We need to find V1 value. We have VA here with R resistance, and we have one more 2R resistance. So what is V1? V1 is equal to VA into R parallel R. R parallel R is R by 2. So VA into R by 2 divided by R plus R plus R, that is 3R. Sorry, R parallel R, that is R plus R by 2. So this figure will be like this. This is VA, this is V1, R parallel R is R by 2. So V1 is equal to VA into R by 2 divided by R plus R by 2. Similarly, V1 due to VB is VB into R by 2 divided by R plus R by 2. Next V1 due to VC is VC into R by 2 divided by R plus R by 2. So you can see here V1 is equal to, sorry, that time I told we will be finding VO separately. Now we will find V1 separately, then we will find VO. So V1 is equal to R by 2 into VA divided by R plus R by 2, R by 2 into VB divided by R plus R by 2, R by 2 into VC divided by R plus R by 2. So rearranging, we will get V1 as VA plus VB plus VC divided by 3. So the input at the inverting terminal V1 is this one, and the output VO will be gain into input. So gain of a non-inverting amplifier is 1 plus RF by R, R1 into VA plus VB plus VC divided by 3. This is what we told at the initial thing. Under non-inverting configuration, the summing, scaling and averaging amplifier can be obtained by modifying the value of or choosing the right value of RF and R1. Here RA, RB, RC does not have much importance. We are taking those all resistors as common value, that is R. So we got the expression as VO is equal to 1 plus RF by R1 into VA plus VB plus VC divided by 3. So this is the general expression for an output voltage of a non-inverting summing amplifier. Next we will see averaging amplifier. So what is averaging amplifier? We know VO is equal to VA plus VB plus VC divided by 3. So obvious that 1 plus RF by R1 should be 1, or gain of the amplifier should be 1. So VO shows that output voltage is equal to average of the input voltage multiplied by gain of the circuit. So the name averaging amplifier. So here no phase reversal occurs between the average of the input and output. So non-inverting input voltage V1 is the average of all output voltage. So here V1, non-inverting input V1 itself is the average of all the input voltage. V1 itself is VA plus VB plus VC divided by 3. Next is summing amplifier. So if the gain 1 plus RF by R1 is equal to number of inputs, then that 3 and this will get cancelled. We will get the output as VA plus VB plus VC. So we can tell if the gain is designing to be 3, then the non-inverting configuration will act as a summing amplifier. Hence the circuit is known as non-inverting summing amplifier. So for both the configuration, an offset null compensating circuit should be used. In that figure it is not shown, but it has to be used. Next we will see for here that weighted scale amplifier is not there, because it is not possible, because the output is like VA plus VB plus VC divided by 3 into gain. So next one question, given VA is equal to 2, VB is equal to minus 3, VC is equal to plus 4, and R1 is equal to 1 kilo ohm, RF is equal to 2 kilo ohm. Determine the voltage V1 at the non-inverting terminal and output voltage VO. So how we can find? V1 is given by VA plus VB plus VC divided by 3. So substituting all the values, we got it as 1 volt. And what is VO? VO is nothing but 1 plus RF by R1 into V1. All the values are given, just substitution, we got it as 3 volt. You just go through that problem. Next is the last configuration, that is differential configuration. Here we will be using the differential op-amp configuration as a subtractor and a summing amplifier. So using a differential configuration, we can use the circuit either as a subtractor or as a adder or a summing amplifier. The first one is subtractor. What do you mean subtractor? If the input signals can be scaled to the desired values by selecting appropriate values for the external resistor, then the circuit becomes scaling amplifier. Here also we can use the circuit as scaling amplifier if the input signals are designed such that the desired values of by selecting appropriate value for the external resistor. By choosing the appropriate values for the external resistors, we can use it as a scaling amplifier also, but for simplicity we are choosing all the resistors as the same value R. So you can see here, this is the differential amplifier configuration. So for a differential amplifier, we will be providing input to both inverting and non-inverting terminal. There is a difference between inverting and non-inverting and differential. In inverting, input will be there only at the inverting terminal. Non-inverting, input will be given only to the non-inverting terminal. But for differential amplifier, input will be given to both inverting and non-inverting terminal. So you can see here, this is the normal resistors, and this will act as the offset minimizing resistor. Okay, this will act as the offset minimizing resistor, R parallel R. So this is the load resistance, and output will be nothing but VB minus VA. This will be equal to VB minus VA. Actual equation is minus RF by RI into VA minus VB. So since RF by R, both are R, so same value 1, so it will be minus of VA minus VB, that is nothing but VB minus VA. So VO is equal to VB minus VA. This is nothing but subtraction. Output voltage is equal to subtraction of VB minus VA. So all the external resistors are equal in value, so gain is 1. minus Rf by R is equal to minus 1. So actual equation is VO is equal to minus R by R into VA minus VB. So this is what I just solved. So here VO is equal to VB minus VA. VO is equal to VB minus VA. So you can see the output voltage VO is voltage VB applied to the non-inverting terminal minus voltage VO applied to the VA minus voltage VA applied to the inverting terminal. Hence the circuit is known as subtractor. Okay. So next, how can the circuit used as a summing amplifier? So for summing amplifier we are using a different circuit in differential configuration. So you can see here the inverting terminal consists of two inputs VA and VB, and the non-inverting terminal consists of two inputs VC and VD. All the resistors are chosen to be R and the load resistance is RL. So we are supposed to get an output VO is equal to minus VA minus VB plus VC plus VD. So the name summing amplifier. So we'll see how it is possible. So a 4-input summing amplifier can be constructed using the basic differential amplifier if two additional input sources are added, one each to the inverting and non-inverting input terminal through resistors R. So here we are finding output voltage VO can be found out using superposition theorem. So to find output voltage due to VA alone, reduce all other sources to 0. So in order to get the output voltage due to VA alone, these all things has to be kept 0. So how will be the circuit? See here. Circuit looks like, you can see only VA is present, remaining all things are kept to 0. So remaining all things are kept to 0. Here 3 resistors and this one, everything is kept to 0. So only VA is present. The circuit looks like an inverting amplifier because input is given to the inverting terminal, in which inverting input V2, okay, this inverting input V2 is at virtual ground because this is grounded. So this V1 value will be 0. So V2 is also 0. So what will be the output VOA due to the input VA? Due to the input VA, what will be the output? That is represented by VOA. So what is the gain output voltage of an inverting amplifier? It is minus Rf by Ri into input, right? Into input. So here it will be input is VA minus Rf is R, right? Minus Rf by R. Okay. So VOA is equal to minus R by R VA minus R by R VA. So similarly, if you are solving it properly, you can understand that because there is no current flowing inside the op amp. So here the equation of VO will be minus Rf by R. Minus Rf by R is R by R. R by R. Okay. R by R VA, that is minus VA. We will get it as minus VA. Similarly, the output due to VB alone is VOB will be minus VB, and the input voltage VA, VB, VD are set to 0. The circuit becomes a non-inverting amplifier, which so next first two condition we told, right? Only with VA and only with VB we got the value as minus VA and minus VB. Next we will go for VC. So only VC is present. So all other things has to be made 0. Then the configuration will be a non-inverting configuration. See the figure. It will be like this. The input voltage VA, VB, VD are set to 0. And we are finding the output voltage only due to VC. Then the figure will be like this. So see here, these two are grounded, these other two are grounded, only VC is present. So what is the voltage at the non-inverting terminal V1? So V1 is equal to Vc into R by 2 divided by R plus R by 2. V1 is equal to Vc into R by 2 divided by R plus R by 2. That is nothing but Vc by 3. So what is output due to Vc? Output due to Vc is output due to Vc is gain into input. So 1 plus Rf by R1 into V1. So here Rf and R1 are both R only. V1 is nothing but Vc by 3. So you can see here VOC is equal to 1 plus Rf by R1. So you see here R1 is nothing but the parallel effect of R. So it is R by 2. So 1 plus R by R by 2. 1 plus R by R by 2. So VO due to VC input is 1 plus R by R by 2 VOC. Actually it is VOC. 1 plus R by R by 2 into VC by 3, that is 3 VC by 3, that is VC. So due to VA we got minus VA, due to VB we got minus VB, and due to VC we got plus VC. Similarly due to VD we will get it as plus VD. VOD is equal to plus VD. So due to superposition theorem, how we will write the final expression of VO? VO is equal to plus VOA plus VOB plus VOC plus VOD. So it is equal to minus VA minus VB plus VC plus VD. So the gain of the summing amplifier, if we are making it as 1, output voltage is sum of input voltage applied to the non-inverting plus the negative sum of input applied to the inverting terminal. So the output voltage VO is equal to sum of inputs applied to the non-inverting plus sum of voltage applied, negative input voltage applied to the inverting terminal. Sum of input voltages applied to the non-inverting terminal plus the negative sum of input voltages applied to the inverting terminal. So VC and VD are the non-inverting input voltages, VA and VB are the inverting input voltages. So this is how the differential amplifier configuration is used as a summing amplifier. So one problem. For a differential amplifier, the values are given. R is equal to 1 kilo ohm, VA is equal to plus 2, VB is equal to 3, VC is equal to 4, and VD is equal to 5. So what is the output voltage? VO. So output voltage VO is equal to minus VA minus VB plus VC plus VD, and the answer we getting as plus 4 volt. So under this section we studied inverting amplifier configuration as a summing amplifier, scaling amplifier, and a average amplifier by properly choosing the value of feedback resistors and the input resistor RA, RB, RC. Next, under non-inverting configuration, we can use the circuit as summing or averaging amplifier by properly choosing the value of RF and RI. Third one, under differential amplifier configuration, we can use the circuit as either a subtractor or a summing amplifier. So this much about summing, scaling and averaging amplifier. Thank you.